Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel. And, 2 years ago, we were all surprised to learn that Windows 11 was a thing. We had no idea. We thought Windows 10 for a while had something new that would be called Sun Valley, if you guys remember. And it had promise of a new interface, a new way of actually doing things. But we all thought that was Windows 10. And what happened is suddenly, not only is not Windows 10, but we get hints that something's about to happen. And behold, June of 2021, Microsoft announced to the world Windows 11 was there. Now, what was interesting in the announcement is that the minimum requirements were not even mentioned. It was simply mentioned that machines compatible with Windows 10, that's pretty much what we actually understood. Machines compatible with Windows 10 would run Windows 11, and until suddenly the big hype came with the fact that, is it just me, or we need a TPM chip? And that was the first controversy. And we thought, well, that's a big controversy of needing a TPM chip with version 2.0. Until we kind of understood that a lot of machines already had TPM chips. This was actually not that much of a minimum requirement that was a problem. The minimum requirement that was a problem became even more controversial because this one had no real explanation. I get these comments all the time about, well, they did that because that chip is so much more powerful than the... You know what? No. If you really look at all the categories of chips around and of CPUs, some older CPUs outperform some newer CPUs, depending on the category they are. And one of the things that surprised us is, well, you need to have a CPU that's at least 8th generation. So this machine that I have here is barely making it. It's 8th generation. And everybody was left off. And of course, then there were tricks to bypass all the minimum requirements. And of course, Rufus is a great tool for that because it removes pretty much every minimum requirement. And Microsoft kind of relaxed. It told us, well, if you clean install with our image, there are some minimum requirements that are going to be left off. And I think this is going to be the case for Windows 12 because I think it's Microsoft's way of saying you need this, but if you're an enthusiast and really want to, you can do it with this. And but that minimum requirement, I think, is the main controversy of Windows 11. I think that, beyond the fact that the system is different, the start menu, I personally like Windows 11 the way it's designed. Yes, it has flaws and it's not perfect, but I like it. And I think a lot of people do like it. I think a lot of the ranting, especially people, when people just say, I hate it, it's not even an explanation. It's, I don't even know why. You post it, because you're not even explaining what you hate. And I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of people left behind, don't have the minimum requirements. So they'll just go and rant and trash the operating system. It's like a lot of people mentioning, oh, well, this is the new Vista. Well, it's far from being the new Vista because it's actually already has a lot more market share than Vista ever had. And it is very functional and works great. So, it's not a Vista. It's for the minimum requirements and all of that, it's actually not that bad. We're at almost one machine out of 4 with Windows 11. Not as fast as Windows 10, but once again, Windows 10 didn't have that very strict minimum requirement. Now, we moved on and Windows 11 was there and a lot of people are surprised. And then we came to kind of, it's not official. It's not announced officially. but we are in the, well, it seems like Windows 12 is a thing and will come by the end of next year. So it's interesting. From, a month and a half before, thinking Windows 10 is the new, Sun Valley and Sun Valley 2 with a new feel, new look. We get into Windows 11 and everybody's surprised. And now we know Windows 12 is the thing. My question to you would be basically, after 2 years since the first announcement, not 2 years of release, because the official release happened in October of that year. So it'll be 2 years officially that Windows 11 exists in October, but it's 2 years now that it was announced to the world. If you want to comment below, did it surprise you? And do you use it? And, give your personal opinion. Please give it in a nice way. Please don't use the F words and the bad words. I try to keep, clean language on the channel, so there are ways to explain yourself without having to use the bad words. Unfortunately, I say it all the time. There are comments that I remove, not because they're not nice, they're not interesting comments, but when you use the F word 3 times in one, comment, I just can't let it go. So, what do you think? Give us your impressions of, were you surprised? Are you using it? If you're not using it, why? And do you think that minimum requirement is useless? If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.